Hi guys, I hope you all are doing well. Today we'll be making Banoffee pie. Banoffee is a portmanteau combining the words banana and toffee, and we'll be giving this English dessert our own little touches, which is very much in agreement with what Ian Doding, the first known creator of the Banoffee pie, had to say. He said that nobody ever invents dishes, they evolve, and in that spirit we'll be making our own version of the same, keeping in mind locally available ingredients and kitchen supplies. So let's start making this amazing dessert recipe. So we'll start by making a base for our pie, which in this case is a biscuit crust. We'll start by adding in digestive biscuits. You can use any locally available biscuits for the same. Followed by adding a little bit of softened butter inside my blender. Once you are done adding both of these ingredients in your blender, just give it a nice blend. It has to be the consistency of wet sand. We've blended both of these ingredients and now I'm going to add it to my baking dish and set it as the base. So the base for my pie is ready and I'm going to bake it for about 10 minutes in the oven. But you can also avoid this and put it in the freezer for about 20 minutes to set it. There are certain ingredients which make a Banoffee pie, one of which is obviously bananas, the second being toffee, which in this case is Dulce de Leche, which we'll be making from scratch, and the final layer being whipped cream. However, I will be replacing the whipped cream with a nice vanilla flavored Panna Cotta. It makes the cutting and plating of the pie several times easier. So let's get to making this beautiful Panna Cotta. So the first step to making this Panna Cotta is to allow our gelatin to bloom. For this I'm going to take the gelatin powder and add it in some cold milk. And we'll start by combining cream and vanilla extract in a pot. So our cream has come to a simmer. Now I'm going to add the vanilla extract. You must have noticed that I've not added any sugar in this Panna Cotta. It's simply because I believe that desserts must be balanced in terms of their sweetness. This dessert derives its sweetness from its crust, the bananas and the toffee. So adding it in this Panna Cotta makes it a little too much of sugar in your mouth. So now I'm going to add in the gelatin and then we are going to set it in the refrigerator. So now that we've added in our gelatin, I'm going to pour this mixture into our baking tray, which we've allowed to cool down for the last 10 minutes after baking it in the oven at 200 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes. So now that our Panna Cotta is ready, I'm going to let it rest in the refrigerator for 2 hours. In the meanwhile, we'll make the rest of the parts of this recipe. So while our Panna Cotta is setting in the refrigerator, let's start making Dulce de Leche, which literally refers to sweet of milk in Spanish. It is basically sweetened condensed milk which is brought to a boil to produce a toffee sauce. So let's get straight to it. My recipe for preparing Dulce de Leche is slightly different from what I've seen before. Instead of baking the condensed milk or boiling an unopened can, I have shortened the process and made it much easier. This is the right time to whisk in some cream and butter. Now I'm going to add in the condensed milk. The aim is to keep simmering it till it thickens and gives you a nice color. I'm just going to add a pinch of cinnamon for some enhanced flavor. And we are slowly reaching the color that we desire. So we have achieved the consistency that we were aiming for, and now I'm going to switch off the heat and let it cool down a little. So it's time to start prepping our bananas. I'm going to first trim off the edges. You can choose to cut the banana in any way you like. I'm going to do it according to the plating I have in my mind. So I'm going to squeeze some lemon juice on the bananas to prevent it from oxidizing. So I've taken the panna cotta out of the refrigerator and we are all set to plate it. At this stage, you have the option of making it a home style pie by pouring the dulce de leche on top of this panna cotta and then layering it with bananas. However, I'm going to do a different style of plating which you can use for your formal dinners, etc. Make sure that you cut deep into the crust. So after spreading the biscuit crumble, I'm going to place this sprig of French bean flowers, our panna cotta, dulce de leche, and some good old vanilla ice cream. And a dash of chocolate never hurts. So guys, we've come to the end of this video and I hope you enjoyed watching it. Please refer to the description box given below for a link to the recipe of panna cotta as well as the list of ingredients and quantities required to make this particular recipe. So I'll see you soon with more interesting recipes and thanks for watching this one.